Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to dive back into Cochrane, Alberta's real estate market, see what happened in the month of May, and what to look forward to as we enter into the second half here of June 2025. Now, if you watched the last month's video, and there's a little link up here, I said that there was an air of real estate being doomed across the country. And we've seen it in bigger markets in Ontario, bigger markets in BC, where prices are falling, sales numbers are dropping. And over the past few months, we've seen that in Calgary, Airdrie, and Okotoks. And until May of 2025, Cochrane has been relatively unscathed with these market changes. However, May of 2025, the slower sales numbers finally caught up, and we have now seen them here in Cochrane, Alberta's real estate market. Now, while we still had over 100 sales last month, that is down 17% year over year. So a pretty big slowdown in Cochrane, Alberta's real estate market. Now, how that slowdown of sales prices affected the actual home prices in Cochrane, we'll get to a little bit later on in the video, so make sure you stick around for that. With those lower sales numbers and a rush of new listings in May of 2025, we did see a very significant increase in the inventory, leading up to about 300 units available in the month of May for Cochrane, Alberta. And that's giving us a month of supply of right around 2.7, which again, we're edging closer to those long-term trends of Cochrane sitting around that 3 months of supply mark. And that's kind of signaling a shift in Cochrane, Alberta's real estate market to more of a balanced market. And that balanced market has been evident in the deals that I've been a part of, where we've been seeing homes going for less than asking price. We've been avoiding multi-bid offers for the most part. Obviously, there's always those outliers where a home is priced really well and they're trying to get that attention. And so I did get into a couple of those here in the last month, and we did win them. So that was a big win for my buyers, and I'm really excited for them to call Cochrane home. Now, at the time of shooting this video, we are on the heels of another Bank of Canada rate announcement that happened on June 4th. And with all that tariff uncertainty that I talked about in the past couple of videos, again, Bank of Canada is being really cautious here. And so they have held that bank rate again at 2.75%. So we won't see too many changes over the next month and a half here of mortgage rates. The next big announcement is set for July 30th, so we'll keep our eyes on that one to see how things play out into the summer and see what kind of happens south of our border here with these tariffs. Now, what I'm sure you really care about and why you watch these videos is how are these market conditions affecting the prices here in Cochrane, Alberta? And so with that, Cochrane, Alberta did still see a growth in its benchmark price of about 4% year over year. Now, I think that's a really important number to look at, as it obviously includes condos, townhouses, duplexes, and detached homes, so it gives a really broad picture. And so if we compare that to the major center of Calgary, Calgary marked a 2.5% decrease in its benchmark price, and Airdrie marked a 2% decrease. So Cochrane's still seeing a little bit of a higher percentage growth in terms of property value, which is why I'm saying it's a balanced market and we're not fully into a buyer's market just yet. Okotoks is holding strong as well with about a 2% growth year over year. So while these aren't the big numbers that we've been seeing over the past couple of years of that 8, 9, 10% growth, we are still seeing price growth here in Cochrane, Alberta. Now diving into the detached benchmark price, Cochrane still did see about 2.7% growth over last year, where Airdrie is down 0.5%, and Calgary in its detached market is holding just about 1% higher in growth. So again, even in that detached market, Cochrane is outperforming the surrounding communities. Both of those benchmark prices, the combined and the detached, however, are both down from last month here in Cochrane. So month to month, we saw a slight decrease. And when I mean slight decrease, I mean about $3,000 down on the benchmark price and only about $1,500 down on the detached price. So Cochrane month to month is seeing less of a percentage change than those surrounding markets as well. As we move into June and July, those typically, for me at least, seem to be my busiest months of the year as families are trying to relocate across country and get into their new community and get into their new homes prior to school year. So it'll be very interesting to see if this market can stay a little bit more resilient, stay in that balanced market here in Cochrane, Alberta, while some of the other big centers across Canada are slipping more into a buyer's market. As always, I'll be keeping an eye on those details. I'll be letting you know with these monthly updates. We've got more community tours to come. So if you've found these market updates helpful, you have any questions about what's going on in the market, it would really help the channel and help me get this information in front of more people if you drop a like, hit subscribe on the channel. If you have questions, drop those in the comments below. I'd love to chat with you more. As always, you can find my contact information in the description of the video. I hope these are useful. And until then, I will catch you in the next one.